Hit it.
And now, from a secret location outside of Hooker, Oklahoma, nestled in our DEFCON 1 priority bunker, safely ensconced hundreds of feet below the fruited plains where America grows her amber waves. Articulating profundities with humor and perspicacity seldom heard between these purple mountains' majesty, it's the Jay Thomas Show, with your humble host, Jay Thomas.
Well, thank you, Alex. I am the humblest of hosts. And thank you. Thank you, Cece. That's a great introduction, by the way. It makes up for everything with the Saturday supplemental kerfuffle. What? I know. I'm going to try not to swear. We're going to try to make it through this one. No swearing. It's going to be hard. All right, we're going to go right to the craziness. This is what you get. We're going to again. This is the upteenth show about Tucker Carlson and his insanity. Chatsworth Osborne Jr. It's just if you don't know who Chatsworth Osborne Jr. is, look up one of the old Dobie Gillis episodes on YouTube and tell me if that guy isn't Tucker Carlson. Anyway, that's Rush Limbaugh coined that term, and it has stuck with me ever since, and it's just perfect. Anyway, go look it up. So we're gonna focus on Candace Owen and the insanity, and this is how this works. From Tucker to Candace to Megan to Axel, Alex Jones. I almost said Axel Foley. It's just they don't look anything alike. No, they don't. Shut up. I know. But I met Alex Jones a long time ago in Austin, and it wasn't like a big formal meeting. It was like a hi, and I can't remember what we were doing there, but it was no big deal. It was fleeting. Let's put it like that. But I always liked listening to the guy because sometimes he gets things right, and then sometimes he does a Sandy Hook. I mean, I was listening to that when he was saying it, and I go, "You're nuts." And this is the stuff he firmly believed it when it first came out, that it was all a red flag and kids didn't get killed and sick shit. And this is what this is. This is we're doing Tucker Carlson via Candace Owens and now it's ended up on Stu Peters' program. This is Stu Peters. Let's listen.
One of these credentialed corporate journalists should take one for the team, take one for the truth, and ask Kash Patel why his FBI didn't bother taking the SD card footage from Charlie Kirk's head.
Yeah, he means the camera that was behind his head, but he says head. That's the way to make it feel. Oh, his head. What's that? You zoom in on it. Ooh, what is he saying? He's saying insanity. Listen.
At the time of his assassination. The camera that was right behind Charlie Kirk's head. For months, it was claimed that Turning Point USA turned that footage over to the FBI.
How does he know that they didn't? Well, let's listen.
But according to Candace Owens and the latest revelations from her show and her investigation, the FBI doesn't have that footage. They don't have it.
I didn't know Candace Owens had investigators. And they go and investigate for her. That's something new I didn't know. Well, okay. Let's listen.
That footage was never handed over to them. And obviously they weren't that interested in getting a hold of it, or they would have it.
First of all, it's not an FBI investigation. It's a state investigation. And the state of Utah would have that. The prosecutors would have that. Not the FBI. But that's minor. That's just a minor, thing. Let's listen.
I was a bounty hunter for 15 years. I pulled traffic camera footage.
He was a bounty hunter, so he knows about bounty hunting? Okay.
surveillance camera footage, ring footage. Local police round up ring doorbell footage from entire neighborhoods to solve everyday petty crime.
No, they don't. I can guarantee you right now, the police do not round up ring footage for petty crimes. I can guarantee that. Call your local police station and ask them. Just do it. I know that they don't. All right, go ahead. Stu.
But between all of the different law enforcement agencies involved in the so-called investigation into Charlie Kirk's murder, none of them wanted the footage from the camera that was positioned right behind Charlie's head.
No, they don't
when
need
he was
it.
supposedly shot in his neck bones of steel.
The neck bones of steel.
Why wouldn't they want that footage?
Because they got neck bones of steel.
Rhetorical question. They don't want that footage.
No, they don't.
Because they don't want it to be used in court to show that Charlie Kirk was not, in fact, shot in the neck bones of steel by Tyler Robinson with his...
All right, I can't take it anymore. Did you hear the scary music? I thought that was you, like pushing something off the desk. Did you hear the scary music? That's supposed to mean, that's supposed to mean that it really means something, that this is true. No, none of that's true. All that's bullshit. But people are going to believe it because they're idiots. Basically, it has 453 retweets, 104,000 likes on this. Or no, 1.4 thousand. Okay, I'm sorry. 1,400 likes on this. That's insane. That's freaking insane. You can go out there and you can say the stupidest shit, and you will get people interacting with you, and that's why they do it. Are you kidding me? The clicks and the likes and everything that they go through to do this. Oh my God, that they will do this. Now, where would he get such an insane idea that they don't have, that the prosecutors don't have that information? No one wants it. All the bullshit you just heard. Where does he get that? Well, let's take a look. Hold on. Okay, where possibly could he get such complete bullshit? Well, let's listen to Candace.
I'm getting the sense that they had multiple Tyler Robinson lookalikes that day. That's why the footage is grainy, and it's just impossible that all this footage is going to be grainy. Okay, I think there were multiple Tyler Robinson lookalikes, and they were wearing maroon shirts and wearing hats and wearing what they were supposed to wear, and they're never going to show us a clear picture of Tyler
This is not the SPCL
Robinson because it's very easy to find a Tyler Robinson lookalike and to blur it.
Okay. It is incredibly easy to get a Tyler Robinson because he's a white boy. I didn't think she was. Is she racist? Huh, my God. Yeah, that's right. And they don't have Tyler Robinson's, phone logs. They don't have any beta locations. They have nothing. They have nothing. They don't know what they're doing. They're just boobs. They should have put these two in charge of it. This is the crap that you get. And where do you get this crap? You get it from Tucker Carlson. Because he's bringing in the big bucks and because he has millions of hits, well, it must be successful for him. So, let's do our own stupid crap and do this. They're saying that Erica Kirk worked for Jeffrey Epstein, that Mrs. Kirk was in on the assassination. I mean, what kind of fucking drugs? I'm sorry. See, I knew it. I wasn't going to be able to do it. I'm trying, Cece. Just what kind of freaking drugs do you have to be on to say this stuff and really mean it? She calls the prosecutors Erica's team. No, they're the prosecutors of the state's team. And she says the Erica's team isn't listening to her. What? And this is then she goes on and she takes a break from bashing Erica Kirk and TPUSA and anybody else and the police and FBI, CIA, they deserve it, to say this. So in case you're thinking what's going on, and I have a prediction.
And I will say this, Hillary Clinton was smart. She wasn't playing the part.
Yeah, she is smart. I give you that. She's evil. Hillary Clinton is the most evil human in the world. Okay, so where do they get stuff like this? You want to you want to hear it? This is, and again, I hate to go back to Tucker, but this is Tucker on some show. Hold on. Okay, this is Tucker Carlson, and he's with Sarah Haynes, and she's interviewing him, and he does the classic Tucker Carlson things I'm going to point out. Go ahead.
I am going to point out, I probably don't need to because our audience can see and hear for themselves. Pretty much everything that you've said in our conversation, Tucker Carlson, you have put at the door of the Israeli government.
And he has been for, like, I don't know, a couple months, 5 months maybe. Everything. He can't get it out of his head. He's just... Anyway, go ahead.
Now, to some people, that will be evidence that you are anti-Semitic.
Now, there's some people, you know, that's the trick that they do. But listen to... Tucker is very, very... you can't say that about me.
You are anti-Jewish.
Oh, I know. I'm very anti-Semitic and anti-Jewish. Well, first of all...
See, that's what he does. First, he makes fun of it. Okay, so that's like, oh, everybody's supposed to go, oh yeah, that's right. Then he's all verklempt about it. Listen,
the state of Israel does not speak for all Jews at all, despite its claims.
Oh no, but it speaks for a lot. And you know what? I mean, it's like saying that Trump doesn't speak for all Americans. So that is itself like a red herring. That doesn't mean anything.
It does not. There are
no kidding.
Many Jews, many of whom I know, who don't think the Israeli government of Benjamin Netanyahu speaks for them.
Okay, so then they should vote. If they're in Israel, they should vote against him because they haven't. And apparently they may not like him very much, but they trust him to protect them. So go ahead, Tucker.
No,
I'm speaking of a government, not religion.
Hold on.
Because
I wasn't suggesting that.
Of course you were suggesting
what
that.
I was suggesting was that a lot of the things that you have discussed today.
See, I've been in business longer than you, he says, Yeah, this is, now he's pulling some kind of rank, I mean, everybody can see what Chatsworth Osborne Jr. is doing here. And if you don't know who Chatsworth Osborne Jr. is, go look up the old Dobie Gillis episodes on YouTube and watch for this character, because Rush Limbaugh pegged this guy perfectly, and he is the reason why, well, maybe not him, but Candace Owens started going gaga. She's now, he's had Joe Kent on, which Joe Kent seems to think that he should be in charge of the investigation of a state murder. I don't know why. He was working for the federal government. He's not going to be prosecuting, and he's not going to be in charge of the investigation. The state of Utah is. So this is a trick that Tucker does, though. Listen.
You and I understand what a slur looks like, and you're
Those
attempting
are
to call me
slur.
an anti-Semite in a passive-aggressive way. Some people would
Passive
say that.
aggressive.
Well, I'm responding to your slur and saying that it's untrue. It does not apply to me. Doubtless they're anti-Semite.
Now, I don't know if Tucker Carlson is anti-Semitic, but if you talk about the state of Israel being responsible for everything, including my cold that I have here, well, maybe you are, Tucker. I'm sorry. I need a cough button. Maybe you are. I mean, there's only 15, 16 million Jews in the world, and they must be really busy burning forest downs with the Jewish space laser, causing the Iranians to shout "Death to America" for 47 years. What else did they do? They supposedly they were in charge of actually blowing up the Twin Towers. It wasn't planes that you saw fly into them. It was det cord, and the Jewish owner was mysteriously absent that day, and he was on the other side of New York, right, Tucker? And they planted these bombs in there that nobody saw them plant, and are very secret. And then the CIA, along with Mossad, blew it up, and they actually had the planes fly into it, but they knew that it wasn't going to tumble them over, so they had to blow them up and demo them on air, and that's what happened. Not 19 crazy Islamists. No, that didn't happen. This happened. This is the crap that he's putting out. All right, continue.
Semites who don't like Israel. I'm not an anti-Semite. I don't hate Israel. The Israeli government, this is documented, and I saw it personally, steered the United States into a war that hurts the United States.
He saw this document. I want to see that document, Tucker. Where is this document, this mysterious document I keep hearing about? I want to see it. You said you've seen it? Well, then show it to us. Don't hog all the glory. I want to see it.
United States and the world. I'm offended by that. I didn't want it, and I'm mad about it now. I have every right to feel that way. That does not make me an anti-Semite, despite your insinuation. And I think it's important that I say that. And by the way, I hope that you run this. I can't control whether or not you air this exchange. I hope that you will, because I think it's important to push back against slurs like that, because they limit our ability to understand what's actually happening.
Okay, now he turns this into, I'm not an anti-Semite, even though for 24 hours a day I yell about Israel. And I don't know if he is or not. I don't know. And, you know, I'm just looking at what he says and does, and I'm thinking maybe he is. But that's just me. So where does this stuff come from? Where does this stuff come from? I don't know. It's amazing to me that Tucker Carlson used to look at the American politician and blame the American politicians. Trump, for 47 years, has been railing against Iran. 40 years ago, he wanted to invade Iran with actual troops and kick their ass and get all their oil. That was 47 years ago. I played that tape for you yesterday. It's not a secret thing that Israel pushed him into. He's been railing about Iran for years. He killed Salmonelli. I'm sorry. General Salmonella, whatever his name was. He killed that terrible, the Quds Force general. He was in the airport parking in the white zone, as a matter of fact. And there are stiff penalties for parking in the white zone, and he got nuked. And they found his ring finger and his ring still on it in the grass. So don't park in the white zone, in Tehran anyway. So that's what Trump did the last time. This time, he went after their radioactive dust, and he turned that into dust, and he covered it with dust. And he told me they can't have nuclear weapons, and I think that is a sound foreign policy. I think that he didn't want this. So Tucker wanted Iran to have nuclear weapons. I guess that's how smart Tucker is. Remember, Tucker has gone back and forth by being for the WMD war in Iraq, to being against it, and then for being on MSNBC and on C-SPAN, taking liberal positions, taking conservative positions, taking neocon positions. Whatever suits Tucker at the time, he'll take that position. He's also said he hated Trump while he was campaigning for him. He has emails saying, I can't wait till he's not president anymore. This guy is such a two-faced liar. I can't believe, that I fell for his crap for so long. He was on Fox. He was going after the crappy... okay. Right now, he's tongue-bathing the Muslims over Sharia law. It was just a few years ago that Tucker was saying that Sharia law is terrible. Remember? Well, now he's tongue-bathing him over Sharia law because Baltimore is a crap hole city. Why don't you fix Baltimore, Tucker? Why don't you do that? No. Now he wants Sharia law. See, these are the things that he does. And so he has not been... Tucker is the one that changes with the wind, not Trump. Tucker has held several positions just in this past few years. Look it up. So I don't care. He can say all he wants that he's not anti-Semitic, but he sure has a hang-up with Israel. And Israel did not drag us into the Iran war. Iran did. Iran did 47 years ago, and they continue to do it, and they killed our troops, and they've done a lot of crappy things around the world. Yeah, you know who's going to benefit besides the world having Iran gone? Israel. Yeah, because they're right next to them, along with about 10 other nations that want to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. So shut up, Tucker. I'm getting sick of you changing your tune every time, every time the wind blows the other way. And I'm just, I'm done with it. But now we have Candace Owen, and we have every other frickin' idiot on X. The Stu Peters guy. Yeah, that's right. They don't want that. They don't. Why won't they want that headshot camera? Why not? I'm sure they do. But we're gonna find out that they have all this stuff, and then of course, Candace Owens she'll take. She'll say that it was because of her, because she pointed it out. They finally got the headshot camera, and see all those people that are white people that look like Tyler Robinson, all those whiteys, because we all look alike. All right, I'm done. I am done with stupidity, and the stupidity is going to kill us. We have a lot of other things to do. We have to get on with those, and having to talk about this asshole all the time because he says stupid shit all the time. And then Candace Owens said stupid. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to swear. And then Candace Owens says stupid crap all the time. I mean, it's hard not to swear. See, it really is. And you did a great job on that opening. That's I love that. Thank you. But it's hard not to swear. It's hard to go. That's 21 minutes right now. It's hard to go this long without swearing. I'm sorry. All right. We'll be back. We're going to do some things on Oklahoma. We will return. Let's listen to this. That's Tucker in Happier Times. If we don't start fighting back, and we don't start saying stuff, and we don't start saying that what you believe is stupid, we are doomed. And I have to agree one thing: if Trump doesn't end this freaking war by killing these people once and for all, it's going to drag on. I don't want to see that. So hurry up, Donald. These stupid Iranians. All right. We'll see you later. Love you.